breaks, don't worry. There's a simple piece of action you can take. Because while most people in this country are prepared to pay their way, there's a minority of scroungers stashing heaps of cash away. Yes, it's an interesting fact that if we gathered all the tax that's owed by wealthy tax avoiders, plus the stuff that they evade, we could raise twice as much money as the spending cuts would say. But the government seems strangely intent on not pursuing this rich reign of wrongdoing, which is why I'm bringing you in. It is your duty to try to keep an eye, okay, to spy. If you think your wealthy neighbour is tax dodging on the sly. It's a vital civic task. All we ask is that you're ready to grass up any dodgy-looking members of the wealthy ruling class. It's fine to call up. Turn the volume. Turn the volume. Ooh, a bit louder. Excellent. It's fine to call our hotline with anything suspicious. A secret collection of antique dishes, a breeding pond of rare oriental fishes, an offshore account in Mauritius. If every million he earns he sends to a friend in Guernsey, if her spouse runs the business from a house in the Seychelles, that should ring some alarm bells. Have you spotted the boss of Marks and Sparks sneaking out after dark to phone his accountant from a bench in the park? Have you figured out the whereabouts of Richard Branson's hidden ransoms, Rupert Murdoch's dirty stocks, or Lord Ashcroft's cash loft? If you spot a dodger, just lodge a complaint. Unless, of course, you're a slightly sinister government minister with a few million yourself stashed away on an Atlantic shelf, and you're using the deficit as an excuse to cut loose that pesky welfare state and flog off health education and the assets of the nation to your corporate mates, in which case, maybe lay off the tax divers and skivers, because if they paid their dues, then your excuse to gut the state would suddenly evaporate. In the words of a friend who was sat on the floor of a Vodafone store, we just can't ignore all this stuff anymore. Let's cash in our passions, not hold it offshore, drag them out of their loopholes, lay their assets bare, and then calmly demand that they pay their fair share, till the case for the cuts melts away in the air. Has your future been nicked by some comfortable craven, relaxed on his back in a sunny tax haven on a luxury, tax-free plush sun lounger? Don't take this lying down. Shop a corporate splash. If I do it without the microphone, can you still hear me? Yeah. It's actually a bit better. Okay. Just maybe come a bit closer, because it's a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward. Cool. Okay, so do you like to hear another one?
Yay! Do you want to hear another one? Yay! That's it. Give him some love.
Oh, you guys, folks, and everybody in a non-gendered way. Okay, I feel as though, even though I did this one on Friday, I should do it again, because it's sort of the poem of the moment of the thing that's happening, and so I should probably do it. So this is my poem that every time anyone goes, oh, Danny, election tomorrow, oh, it's going to be exciting, we might have a new government, oh, it's all going to be better now, hooray! I say, no, wait, hang on, you're getting all excited about an election, don't you remember the last one? Remember what happened? Remember how it felt? So this poem begins back in May 2010, if you can bear to remember that day. That's how it starts. But it ends here. And this poem goes like this. So, the Labour Party stumbled through its awkward closing dance, and then we all got the chance to watch a new load of gloating, scapegoating, moat-owning Stokes shoveled into government by default or by accident. Were you secretly hoping that someone, the workers, Joanna Lumley at the head of an army of Gurkhas, would sweep in and save us from babyface Dave? And now,
It seems as though they say we're sleepwalking into another Tory government, but I'm shouting and screaming all the way. But hey, maybe between now and the next day, we'll get a sudden storm of electoral reform. So the whole thing's no longer decided by a few thousand voters deciding in a handful of sweet little swing seats. And maybe the media will stop feeding us the same old race between three suspiciously similar horses heading towards pretty much the same place, pursued by Nigel Farage's grinning face. Probably best not to hold your breath, unless asphyxiating to death seems easier to handle than watching the Tories bathed in glory, which would be understandable. How did it come to this? Is this what generations were arrested and tried for, fought and died for? The right to swap one sorry crop of planet-plundering, war-mongering, wealth-concentrating bastards for another lot who'll do the same, only maybe slightly softer or slightly harder. But enough whining. I'm here to register my vote. Here it is. I vote for justice and peace. I vote for not being beaten up by the police. I vote against oil and warfare and pride and humanity's slide and mass suicide. I vote for the seasons. I vote for the sky and the thoughts in your head and the glint in your eye and all of the things they're not offering us. Our dreams are too big for their ballot boxes, for once every 5 year penciled in crosses. Where do we write in the world that we want? So I'll vote with my body, my hands and my words, with all that I do and all that I say. I won't vote when I'm told, I'll vote every day. I'll vote by getting in the way of all their awful plans and schemes, with a banner or a spanner or a tape of MC Hammer and a tone-deaf karaoke team. I'll be the glitch in their system, the grit in their piston, the lump of toast in their machine. Every word and every deed, a quantum of democracy, a little vote. Voting early, voting often, but not voting all alone. We've been growing quietly in the cracks. It's time to break the stones. It is your democratic right to not go down without a vote. Don't sit there feeling powerless. They can't ignore you when you vote by invading the Houses of Parliament on a giant carnival float, because every day's election day. You coming out to vote? Yeah, I said every day's election day. You coming out to vote?